So we are going to continue working on the racing letterhead. So the document should still be open where you just put in the date with your tab at 3.25. I'm going to follow with 2 more enters because the appropriate spacing for a professional business style letter is 4 enters, so 1 included after the date and then 3 over here, so you're on the next line, is appropriate for business professional style letters, and it matches the complimentary closing, Sincerely Yours, with 4 enters, so they match. So I just wanted to put those 2 in there. I also made the screen a little bit larger. So in order to prepare this for a mail merge document, so this is our main letter, and we're going to send it to several other recipients, but we only have to type the letter once. We have to prepare the recipient list. So choose the Mailings tab, select Mail Merge, choose Step-by-Step Mail Merge Wizard, and a window pane on the right-hand side called Mail Merge comes up. So the recipient list, if we were using an existing list, we would click this, but we're creating a new one. So choose Type a New List, and then hover down to this little arrow here so that you can choose Next, Create, or Connect to a recipient list. So here's the categories that appear, and some of them are fine, but we're not going to need a company name. There's a work phone number, home phone number, email. Those information we're not going to need. So it just takes up space in our categories. So if you choose Customize Columns, we can actually select company name and we'll delete it. It asks, are you sure? Yes. Let's also delete home phone, delete, work phone, delete, and email, delete. For the country or region, we're not going to delete, we're going to rename. And we're going to call this number of tickets. And then click OK. And we're all set. If you wanted to, you could change the placement of these, but these are actually in the correct order. The title, Mr., Mrs., Ms., first name, last name, address, 1, 2, those are perfect order, but that's what this move up or move down is. But we're fine, so we'll click OK. So now we're going to actually start typing in the information of our recipients, our contact information, and I have the list of the information located in the Module 7 notes. So the hardest thing is to remember not to press the space bar. So I'll type the title, Ms., period, no space, tab, Karen, and then tab, her last name, tab, the address. Now this one there is no address to, so just press tab again to skip it. Tab, the state abbreviation, tab, the zip code, tab, and the number of ticket is 2 tickets. Now to end this and start a new one, use tab. So go ahead and fill in the rest of the information, remembering to tab. So I've completed all of the 5 recipients' information, and if you notice some of the addresses chopped off, well, just like in Excel, if you hover between the 2 column titles in the boundary area, you can double click to read all of the information. But I have all 5 of them. Remember not to press tab at the end, and we're all set to click OK. And this takes you right to the save, so you need to save it immediately. So what you'll do is you'll go to your wherever you're saving your documents. And this one is called the file name should be Ticket Orders. And then save. And it takes you back to your recipient list. Go ahead and click OK. And now we're ready to begin to finish filling in the information for the letter. So the first thing that would go in the letter after the date and 4 enters is the recipient's mailing address. So all you do is in the far right is click Address Block. And then what shows up on the screen is an Insert Address Block dialog box, and there's 3 check marks. Over on the right hand side is a little preview of what would show up on the letter, and it has the person's title, first name, last name, street address, city, state, and zip code. If you were to uncheck this, you wouldn't have their name at all. If you clicked uncheck this, you wouldn't have the street address. This one doesn't change unless you had different locations for country and region. Anyway, also, if you wanted to just have their first name, you could just have Joshua or Karen. But I think the formal way is to have the person's title, their first name, last name, and if they had any other names on theirs. Now, if you wanted to look, what does it look like on the other letter? Just click your arrow, and you'll get to see all of them. I'll just go back to the beginning. So this is good. Just click OK. Now you have these little markers in before and after the address block. Leave those alone because those are part of the merge, insert merge field. So you would end, if this was the zip code, you would press enter twice, and this is where you would have a greeting. So choose greeting line, and again a dialog box appears. There's only 3 options here: dear, to, or none, and we'll stick with dear. And then it's appropriate professionally to have the person's title and their last name, but there's other options if you just wanted to have, if you scroll down, just their first name or their abbreviated name. But I'll go with Mr. Randall. This really should not be a comma, so if you click the down arrow, it should be a colon. And then again, here's your samples of the actual recipients, if you want to scroll through them. I'm going to go back to the beginning and click OK. And again, I will enter twice. And this is where you'll start typing the content of the letter. So I'll type that, and you can follow along. So I just started the beginning of the letter. I went a little too far. Thank you for ordering. And if I have the show hide markers on, special characters, so I'll take those off so you don't see them. Thank you for ordering tickets for Sonic Saturday on July 15th. I put 2020. Enclosed is your order for, and this is where you want how many tickets that they ordered. So what you would do, so you just typed 4, spacebar, go back to the mailings tab, choose insert merge field, and select number of tickets. So in there will be 1 ticket, 2 tickets, whatever each person ordered, and then you will put in a period. Again, don't get rid of those markers at the end. Space bar, and we'll continue typing a little bit more. So one more sentence: your seating is the best available at your time of purchase. Press enter twice, and then enjoy the race, and enter twice. Sincerely, comma, enter 4 times just to match the date, and then the person's name, Belinda Sweeney, enter, and her title, enter twice, and closure. And again, if you wanted to see the enters, if I put the special characters, you can see the enters in between. Now, what I would do, because when I did this as a practice, even though I changed the after spacing to 0 before, I'm going to, within here, do that Control A to select everything, and then just reaffirm. So click paragraph, and make sure is it 0 before and 0 after, and then click OK, so it tightens everything up. We'll see later when we open the address. Hopefully it'll work. So the next thing we'll do is we're ready for the last step, so choose next, create merged publications. And then what you'll do is at the very, very top, again, click mailings and choose preview results, or we don't have to preview, we can go right to finish and merge. So go ahead and click finish and merge, choose merge to new publication, and there you have it. So new because we're going to save this one differently from the other one. But if you were to notice that over on the left hand side, each page, and if you can make it larger, F9, right? So there's our first letter, and then the next person, and the third letter, the fourth, and the fifth. Then again, I can turn the special characters off. So it's saved. This one letter that you typed is actually 5 letters to 5 separate people. So it looks like that letter was created specifically for that person. So we'll save this as racing letter or racing merge letter, because this is the complete one. So this one will be Racing Merge Letter. And make sure you save it in the same location as your other documents, just so that everything is in the same place. So we'll call this one Racing Mail Merge Letter. So if you close out of this one, behind it should be your template. So if you want to save this as your mail merge template, you can. So that's, I'll put in template and save. So you can submit both of those. Excellent. Thank you.